Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever just, looked up at the sky and really wondered what might be going on up there? Things we don't normally see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that. We're looking at two really baffling sightings from the sky. Things that definitely challenge how we usually think about things.
Right.
Our goal here really is to dig into the source material we've got, pull out the key details, the insights from these eyewitness accounts, and figure out what makes them so anomalous.
And what's fascinating here is, well, the challenge you always face with analyzing this kind of footage, these reports,
Yeah.
it's not just what you see, but thinking about how it was seen, right? And the real need for careful, critical thinking. We're sifting through this raw info to see what's actually there.
And sometimes what's not there, what doesn't fit.
Exactly. Trying to make sense of it when our usual explanations just don't quite cut it.
And these cases are definitely unconventional. We're focusing on two today. First, one from Switzerland, a cylinder-shaped thing, just hanging there, then vanishing impossibly fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then second, something from the Florida coast. This involved a triangular craft coming out of what the witness actually called a red portal.
A red portal, yeah. That's quite a description.
Right. So, yeah, we're heading into some seriously strange territory here.
Okay.
So let's start with that first one, the Swiss case. This was footage from Bern, Switzerland, taken by someone named Jassy Singh. She spotted this very strange object up there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was pretty clear straight away. She said it was definitely not a hot air balloon. Didn't look like a drone either.
Okay.
She described it as quite large, and it looked solid, a solid structure. But no basket, no people, nothing like that. It just hung there.
And the behavior, that's really something. According to the source, it sat there for about 5 minutes, completely still, just stationary.
Yes, yeah.
Then suddenly, it very quickly disappearing over the treetops at a high rate of speed, heading south, and described as much faster than a hot air balloon. That combination, stationary hovering, then boom, rapid, silent acceleration. That's, well, that's the kicker, isn't it?
It really is, because our aircraft don't do that. Not like that. Not silently.
Right. You usually trade stability for speed, or you make a lot of noise getting that kind of thrust. This silent transition is problematic for conventional explanations.
And Jassy, the witness, she didn't just see it and forget it. She actually tried to figure it out. She Googled things like cylinder-shaped or weather-type balloons.
Okay.
Found nothing that matched, which just highlights how unique this thing looked. I mean, when a witness goes to that length to rule things out, what does that tell you?
Well, it adds significant weight, I think. It shows it wasn't just a quick glance, you know. It was something that really stopped her, made her think, made her investigate.
Yeah.
And when someone tries to rationalize it, looks for normal answers, and still comes away feeling, as she put it, very strange and ominous.
Ominous, yeah.
It strongly suggests the experience was genuinely outside her normal frame of reference. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this shape isn't entirely unheard of.
Oh, really?
The source material actually brings up that very famous photo taken over New York in the 1940s, you know the one, of a similar cylinder or cigar-shaped craft.
Ah, yes, I think I know the one you mean. Over the city.
Exactly. So seeing this form reported again decades later, well, for people looking into UAPs, that suggests maybe a pattern, right? Not just random, isolated, weird events, but perhaps a specific type of phenomenon or craft that's been around.
That historical context is interesting. Makes you wonder. Okay, so from that silent cylinder in Switzerland, let's shift gears. We're heading over to Florida now.
Right, the Fort Pierce sighting.
Yeah, and this one feels even more eerie somehow, captured by Samantha Custard near Fort Pierce. She's just out trying to get photos of the moon, actually. A beautiful moon over the ocean.
Nice setting.
Then suddenly, this very strange flash of red light appears over the horizon. And she was sure. She said, not lightning. Something else entirely.
And that first photo she took, it's quite something. It shows this red light filling up the clouds. But then there's a dark circle appearing in the center of those red clouds. And right near that circle, you can apparently see a triangular-shaped black object.
Whoa.
And the source says she called that red phenomenon a red portal. That's a powerful term. Makes you think, what could that be? Atmospheric? Some kind of projection? Or something else?
Something else entirely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like an opening and the object's movement. Incredible. She said it came out of that red cloudy area super fast. Then it curved, made a sharp turn towards the ocean, and just flew off like it was heading in the direction of the moon,
Mm.
and that was gone.
Wow.
She was understandably just completely dumbfounded. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Absolutely. Seeing something like that. A portal opening, an object emerging.
But it didn't stop there. About 15 minutes later, she's still there, probably trying to process it all.
I bet.
And she sees something flickering in the distance. Not the object itself, but like reflection of the moonlight off of something.
Okay, so just glints of light.
Yeah, exactly. And it was moving fast, very high rate of speed up the coast, coming right at her.
Yeah.
But again, couldn't see the actual thing, just the reflections.
Until she got the second picture.
Right.
And that second image apparently shows the same object flying up the ocean, and it gives us more clues. It was apparently casting a shadow down in the middle of the ocean.
The shadow. So definitely solid.
Definitely solid, yes. Suggests a real physical structure.
Mm-hmm.
And the moonlight was reflecting off the top, and the source even mentions seeing mechanical characteristics on the bottom.
Mechanical details.
Yeah, so not just a light, not just a reflection anymore, a structured craft with discernible features.
Okay, this is getting intense. What happened then? It was heading right for her.
Apparently so.
She said it looked as if it was heading up straight for her, when at the very last moment, just as it reached the shore, the object completely vanished.
Vanished? How?
Her words were almost like someone hit a light switch. Poof, gone.
Wow.
And just like the Swiss case. Totally silent. No sound, no sort of aircraft engine sounds, nothing you'd expect. That red portal thing and then just vanishing.
Yeah.
It's like straight out of sci-fi, isn't it?
It really is hard to square with everyday experience, and it's these kinds of reports that they really push us, don't they?
They do.
They force us to question what we think is possible. Imagine being Samantha on that beach. This raises an important question. What are we dealing with here?
Yeah, what could it be?
Well, the source itself lays out the two main lines of thought you often hear with things like this, things with these advanced capabilities, the silence, the speed, the vanishing act.
Okay.
One is the big one, an alien craft visiting our Earth. Something truly non-human, which could explain technology far beyond ours.
Right. The extraterrestrial hypothesis.
Exactly. The other idea floated is maybe it's one of ours. A secret black project TR-3B style craft.
Ah, the TR-3B. The rumored triangle craft.
Precisely. A hypothetical top-secret military craft, part of a black project, potentially with exotic propulsion. Though, officially, it doesn't exist. But either theory is trying to account for how something could move so fast, so silently, and just disappear.
It's fascinating that even Tyler from Secure Team, who deals with these reports all the time, was apparently quite shaken by this Florida sighting, especially it being so close to home for him.
Yeah, that personal reaction does add a layer, doesn't it? When someone steeped in this stuff is still bewildered, it highlights just how extraordinary the event must have seemed.
Definitely. So, wrapping this up a bit, we've looked at two really different sightings, haven't we?
Very different, yeah.
The Swiss cylinder, solid, silent, impossibly fast departure. Then the Florida triangle, emerging from a portal, mechanical details vanishing instantly. But they share those common threads, don't they? Incredible speeds, total silence, disappearances that just shouldn't be possible.
Exactly. And so what does this all mean? I think beyond just, wow, weird lights, these sightings pose fundamental challenges.
So?
They challenge our understanding of basic physics, of aerodynamics as we know it.
No.
They hint at propulsion that doesn't seem to follow Newton's laws, or maybe stealth that's beyond just radar invisibility, maybe even visual cloaking.
Right.
It pushes us to think about what possible even means, things we might not have discovered yet or maybe haven't acknowledged. It really forces a shift in how we might need to view the universe, maybe even our place in it.
It really does. And maybe that's the final thought for you, the listener, to ponder today. How might our neat frameworks, our physics, our technology, maybe even our definition of life, how might they need to bend or expand to make room for events like these? What other secrets could be hiding in plain sight up there in the sky that we're only just starting to get glimpses of? Keep looking up. Keep that curiosity alive. You never know what you might see.